Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The head of the Kyiv Regional Military Administration says Russia has been massively attacking Ukraine with another wave of airstrikes. About 9 power stations have been hit across the country, says the country's energy minister, and the city's mayor says the whole of Kyiv is without power. An official said 37 out of 40 missiles fired on Kyiv had been shot down, although water supplies in the capital have been affected and metro services are suspended. Russia has been targeting the Ukrainian energy grid as winter temperatures plummet, with as many as 70 missiles reportedly fired at energy facilities this morning.
Our anti-missile system works quite well, but due to the high quantity of cruise missiles shot by Russian Federation, launched by Russian Federation, we still face some difficulties. Unfortunately, we have already received information that some cities are already cut off of the electricity.
Ukrainians have kept up morale while sheltering from attacks by singing in underground stations. Residents took cover in the metro on Friday as Russia launched missile attacks on Ukraine's infrastructure. People singing renditions of Ukrainian folk songs and some even dancing on the platform to lift their spirits. However, despite the high morale, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights said that further strikes on Ukraine's infrastructure could lead to a serious deterioration of the humanitarian situation.
Missile strikes on civilian infrastructure, including energy facilities and hydroelectric power stations, are exposing millions of civilians, especially persons in situations of vulnerability, to extreme hardship during the winter months.
At least 21 people, including children, have been killed after a landslide hit a holiday campsite in Malaysia's Selangor state. Families were sleeping in their tents when the landslide happened around 3 a.m. on Friday morning at a farm stay in Batang Kali township. Hundreds of rescuers spent Friday digging through mud to find survivors. The farm's manager said at least 30 children and 51 adults were registered for an overnight stay. Malaysian authorities say 14 people were still missing. A giant aquarium containing 1 million litres of water in the lobby of the Radisson Blu in Berlin has burst, flooding the hotel and nearby streets. The aquadome was home to 1,500 tropical fish and was 46 feet high, and was described as the largest freestanding cylindrical aquarium in the world.
My God.
Video showed an empty tank with water pouring into the lobby and debris strewn everywhere. Police said there had been incredible damage, with 2 people injured by glass. Guests have been moved out of the hotel following the incident, and the road outside closed. Thousands of demonstrators have taken to the streets of Brussels to protest against the rising cost of living, hitting public transport systems and disrupting this week's EU summit. Brussels police said 16,500 people had turned up at the demonstration, which was organised by trade unions representing public sector workers. Gas and electricity prices have surged in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. 2 opposition Senegalese MPs have been arrested for the alleged assault of their pregnant colleague in Parliament earlier this month. It follows the chaos that erupted during a budget debate in Parliament in scenes that were televised. Masata Sam is said to have slapped the female MP, Amy Ndiaye Nibi, after she scoffed at him during the debate. And the world's best disabled surfers are battling it out for the top prize in the Canary Islands. Riding waves at Las Canteras Beach in Gran Canaria, competitors are starring in the Open LPA Surf City 2022 Championship, which runs from December the 15th to the 18th. Known as adaptive surfing, people with disabilities adapt their techniques and equipment to be able to practice the sport. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.